folks, Karen here with ksmusselman.com, and today I want to talk about SEO for your blog posts, and we're going to do this with a plugin called SEO by Yoast, or Yoast SEO. So if you don't already have it installed, you want to add plugins, and then you'll see Yoast SEO. Mine's already installed, so you want to install yours and activate it. And then you want to go to your installed plugins, and you will see it down the bottom, Yoast SEO. Then you want to go to your settings. Now you want to leave everything here just like it is. You can watch this tour to learn how to use the plugin. I didn't bother watching the tour. I'm just going to guide you through some of this stuff. Go to your info, put your website or your blog name on here, whether you're a company or a person, and your name. Save your changes. Webmaster Tools, this is if you have your stuff connected with Google, Bing, and Alexa. You can put those in here. I didn't bother with them. Security, leave this checked so nobody can come in and hack into your plugin meta tags. Okay, now let's go and we'll run it on a post. So this is a post I recently did. And once you have your post written, here's where your SEO plugin works really super well. This is one of the best plugins for SEO, and it's one that the top marketers use. Put your focus keyword in here. Now, with the focus keyword, you also want to have your focus keyword as the first words of your title. That's critical. Once you have that in place and you have your post written, take one of your sentences that you're using in your blog post, copy it and paste it down into your meta description. You want to keep your meta description under 156. I usually try and get it to within 10 or 12 characters that I have left, and that's good for the analysis. You can put meta keywords in here. Always make sure that your focus keyword is first. Now what you want to do is, as long as you have a green light here where it's yes, 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 and yes, your basic SEO is done. That's just basic. And that will give you a green light up here that your SEO is good. Now, to go beyond that, and the reason why I say this is because of Google's recent algorithm update for quality. Okay? One thing you want to try and do is get your word count over 500. I try and get as close to 600 or over if I can. But even though the minimum word count for blogs is still like 350, I think it's like 300, 350, Google's latest algorithm update is looking for more in-depth content. If you can get out to 750, 1,000 words, that's ideal. There's only sometimes so much you can say about a plugin and, why it works and how it works. So with this one, I got to 598, which is still good. You want to go to your page analysis, and you want to get a green light on everything as much as possible. Now with mine, my keyword density is a bit low. They like to see it at 1 point or 1.2. So I could actually go through this blog post and add my focus keyword a little bit more in here. But at the same time, you still want to keep your your content flowing smoothly. So if you can't find any more places to put your keyword to where it's not going to sound like you're stuffing it, then don't worry about it, okay? They usually say one within 100 words. Well, I've got just under 600 words and it was found 6 times, so I'm happy with that. Your copy score, you want to get a green light on that. And if you click on this link, it'll tell you what the reading ease test is. You want to make sure your keyword appears in the URL and that it's in subheadings. Subheadings are your H3, H2, H1. Okay, now I have mine in this heading here, which is the H3. I have it in an H3 here, so I put it in more than one. The images, you want to have images, and you want to make sure that your alt tags have your keyword in it. Now here's an image, here's my image, and right here is the alt tag, server side includes. The easiest way to make sure that your alt tag is in there is just to use the slug. Like here, use the slug, use a piece of it, and then just add that to the name of your post, your image. You want to make sure your page has at least one outbound link, at least one. So on mine, for server side includes, you want the outbound link to go, what they consider outbound link is not a link to another one of your posts inside your blog. You want to have it go to somebody else's blog or website. So what I did was, let me see, what did I use? Oh, I have it going to an Easy Articles post. An Easy Articles page. Because I borrowed, if I preview this, or I view the post, where do I view the post at? Oh, I have to click this. View the post. I borrowed somebody else's description because it was so good. And then, of course, because I did that, I credited the guy who wrote it. Always make sure it opens up to a new page. Okay, so that's my outbound link. Now let's go down through here. You want to make sure the keyword appears in the first paragraph of the copy. The first paragraph. And you want to try and get it close to the beginning of the paragraph, not the end of the paragraph. And you want to make sure that you're not using the same focus keyword that you've used in another blog post. You don't ever want to do that. If it turns out that you've used that same focus word in another blog post, then you're going to have to want to change your focus keyword. The page title contains the phrase at the beginning. Okay, so it begins in the first paragraph and it's in the beginning. Now, by beginning of the paragraph, they don't mean, say hypothetically I had this inside of a header. That would not constitute being in the first paragraph. They mean the first paragraph. So if I had a header in here, so say I put an header in here about server side includes, I would have to have a paragraph. This is what constitutes the first paragraph, not your header. Okay? And in the specified meta description, consider how does it compare to the competition? Could it be made more appealing? I got a green light for that because I don't quite understand it, but you just want to reword it. You want to make your meta description as good as possible. So you can see my meta description. Now, why this is important is this. Here is my article showing up on the first page of Google. Now, what you want to do is your meta description is this right here. And you want to make that descriptive and something that's going to draw people into reading the article. So that's what they mean. So if your meta description, if you're not getting a green light for your meta description here, reword your meta description until you get a green light. And the meta description contains the primary keyword. There are 631 in the body copy. Now, even though that says 598, it says 631. So there's some other things that are included. I guess they include the headers. Okay, now this is a 300-word recommended minimum. Don't even go for 300. Always try and double that. The page title is more than 40 characters and less than 70. You always want to get a green light on that one. So if you go over 70, your green light's going to go away. So you want to keep it between 40 and 70, over 40 and less than 70. Don't worry about advanced unless you are setting up a page. If you're using SEO on a page that you don't want indexed. So let's go to my pages and we'll show you that. Let's show you where some advanced comes in at. Let me see if I have something that does not get, let me see if I use that. Okay, this is a thank you page that I don't want indexed. I think I have this, yeah, I don't have anything SEO'd on this. So on here I have this particular page, which is just a thank you page that people get redirected to if they sign up for something for me. So I have used the SEO Advanced to no follow. And no index and no follow. So there was another, there's another setting here as far as not putting it on your sitemap. New snippet, I think that covers it on this one. Let me see something on this. Okay, they must have removed it from the updated version. So I think if it's not indexing it, it's not putting it on the sitemap. I don't know. But anyway, that's the advanced one. That's what that happens is I don't want robots following that page. I don't want it being indexed, and I don't want it on my sitemap. So that takes care of that. Now, once you have all of this green lighted here, then your blog post is done, pretty much. Your blog post is done. So that's how to use the SEO by Yoast or Yoast SEO plugin to get a really good analysis of your blog post before you publish it. Okay. Oh, another thing I want to point out too is that as you're doing this, if you're working on a new blog post, instead of having it update, there will be a button over here that says Save Draft. The only way that this will update is you have to save the draft or update the page. So if you're working with an already published post, you would just update it and then check your analysis. Okay, you can still get a green light just by doing the basic stuff, which is the general stuff. Okay, these general things here will give you a green light. But considering Google's algorithm updates for quality content and user experience, you want to make sure you go with the full analysis here. Okay, I think that's going to cover everything. This video actually went a little longer than I thought it would, but that's how you use the SEO by Yoast to SEO optimize without over optimizing, but optimize your WordPress blog posts. Okay, thanks for watching. If you're on YouTube, subscribe to my channel. If you're on my blog, subscribe to my blog, and that's it. Bye.